Have you ever said to yourself, I just can't do this. I can't work out, or I can't maintain eating this way. It's just too hard. And then proceed to move away from or stop your fitness training sessions, your scheduled fitness or workouts or runs, or maybe even stops the effort required to eat well. If that's you, then today's Monday Lunch Live is going to be the one for you. So my name is Ryan Sanders. I'm the owner of Project Fresh, and for over the last 13 years, I've helped people take control of their health, optimize performance, and build sustainable habits that stick. As a certified strength and conditioning specialist and a certified sports nutrition coach, I've worked with everyone from athletes to busy professionals, coaching them through the science and the real world challenges of fitness and nutrition. So here I share the stories, the lessons, and the systems that make long-term wellness possible. So like I said, if that's been you and you've said to yourself, it's just too hard to work out this way, it's too hard to continue to eat this way, then this is for you in the context of what we do. I think one of the biggest successes, which also can be one of the biggest failures, as a coach, is what we do in coaching for nutrition and fitness, is to have a client who gets the results and then does not retain it down the road. That would be the failure side. And that's because we didn't double down, we didn't lock in on the idea that this is not temporary, that this is supposed to be for life. This is a lifestyle change. So that means the way in which we live our life is going to change after the program's over. And on the flip side, the success is the client really dials it in. They understand the importance. They are now living it. They're not just talking about it or thinking about it. It's literally a part of your lifestyle. And you carry it forward with all the things that you need to maintain or even progress in the future if you want to keep the progress going. So that being the case with me, I think it's really important to make a very distinct point today. Just going to be one. I don't need to elaborate on 3 points. Is that if we do not train our body, our mind, the body will not follow. Training and eating and getting optimal health, wellness, fitness, however you want to phrase it, however you want to think about it, stems from first, I saw this post, I forget who was responsible for saying it, but something along the lines of you gotta change your mind before you can change your body. And I put it this way: train the mind and the body will follow. So if we train our minds, we start making decisions, we start thinking about the way we eat, the way we move, in a way that says, yeah, I may not be able to do what I want to do today, but I am going to make the best effort with the things I can do today to get me to where I want to go. Now, you may not have the confidence, foresight, or even just the things that are required to get you there. That's why having a coach is so important, because they can show you what needs to be done on a daily basis. So they can instill in you the confidence, the hope, the encouragement you need to get there, right? Because we don't get there in a day. And oftentimes one day is enough to kill kill your efforts. I had a client tell me recently, if I wasn't doing this program with you, I wouldn't be doing it at all. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. That's true. It goes the same for when we go to school. If we don't have a place to go and have an organized process and flow with an end goal in mind, right? 4-year degree, 2-year degree, 2-year technical degree with tangible milestones that say you've learned the material, but you can also be proficient in doing said material, right? Whatever your trade or whatever product or service you'll offer or whatever it is you'll do for your job, for your work. That's why we have on the job training, right? So if you don't go to school but you have a job, on the job training, there needs to be a certain level of knowledge and understanding and then proficiency to carry out the actions and tasks that get the desired results. All the same with our fitness, our nutrition, our wellness. And so if you don't have that structured place to do it, sure, you can go online. You can ask ChatGPT to build you a program. When you get really sore after the first week of kicking your butt, you can say, ChatGPT, I'm really sore. Sure, you could do that. Will ChatGPT motivate and encourage you? Maybe. Will it be able to understand exactly where you're at and what changes need to be made? Well, it's going to only depend on how proficient you are in giving it exactly the cues and the prompts it needs to get you where you need to go. So even then, you need to still have a certain level of knowledge and understanding, right? So that being said, that all of what I said would be a training of the mind. So how far do you want to train your mind to be able to have the results you want to see for your body? So is this a plug for you to sign up and hire me today? No, not necessarily the case. It's more so you got to have a certain level of determination, knowledge, understanding, and mental fortitude first and foremost, especially in those first few months, first 2 months, 3 months, depending on where you're starting. It could be a little less, it could be a lot more, right? I usually tell my clients give it at least 2 to 3 weeks consistent work and effort for you to start to feel those results take place, right? And if you've ever seen our 3 week transformation where you're like, holy crap, you did that in 3 weeks. I mean, that's a very intensive 3 weeks. So you could do a lot in 3 weeks, 6 weeks. You could do a lot in 6 months, but what it really requires for you to see this long term is first and foremost the mind changing. So to be able to be fast in 3 weeks means you already had to have had one, a rock solid mentality, two, a foolproof plan, and three, dedication, time, effort, energy, capacity to carry that bad boy out. So that's a small percentage margin of or a small percentage for margin or for success. It's probably a better way to say that. But all of those things were mental first before you even picked up a dumbbell, before you looked at broccoli versus carrots, before you figured out, how many grams of protein you need to eat daily, and if you're going to be in a calorie deficit, when were you going to eat? Were you going to use supplementation or not? All those to-dos, right? It first was why, and then it was how, and then it was what. Okay, why first? So you got to train the mind. The mind is the absolute key starting place, and it will remain in place that gets you to where you want to go or keeps you stuck where you are. That's it. That's all I got for today. That's Monday Lunch Live, a really short one today. I hope that's valuable. And the reason why I'm also bringing this up, I've seen it as a part of my coaching, something that's coming up recently, the mental side, the mental challenge that I can't do this. I'm just, it's too hard. I've got family, I've got work, I've got all these other things going on. Yeah, most people do. A majority of us are. If you're struggling due to the current environment financially, then you're probably working more. If you're struggling because you're having hardship in relationship, spousal or familial or friends, then it's hard, right? If you're, I don't know what other challenges are common right now. Just dealing with interpersonal, other related work, relationships, work related relationships, whatever it might be that's your challenge. You're dealing with physical elements. I've got a lot of people who are dealing with different things, from fibromyalgia, where it feels like their nervous system is just inflamed to a certain level, depending on the person, to coming back from breaks and tears and other injuries and other heavy stiffness and tension that almost immobilizes them, to many other physical challenges, cancer and autoimmune, and constantly feeling sick, being around people who are constantly sick, feeling sick, right? There's a lot of different things to slow us down and challenge us, but at the end of the day, how you decide to deal with it, all those things that are out of your control, how you decide to deal with it is going to set you up for how the body's going to follow. So this is Ryan Sanders with Project Fresh. We cover this, or we come here every week with our Monday Lunch Live at 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to present to you guys a topic that we cover, and we try to do it in about 10 minutes or just about a couple minutes over that today. But the primary focus of this is to elicit some kind of encouragement, motivation, coaching, whatever it is you need to step out there and go do it. Is every day easy? No, I'm dealing with the injury right now. It's frustrated me. It's discouraged me. I haven't wanted to work out because I can't work out the way I want to. And it's been frustrating. So I'm shifting gears. I'm working more on my connective tissue work. I'm working on trying to get this to heal and rehab. I'll eventually get some assistance and some deep tissue work on it, all those kinds of different things. But just got to keep plugging away, right? So right now it's past my fasting window. It's time to go eat some food. I got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of things to catch up on, but I got to give myself some fuel for a little bit later because that workout's coming and I can't do it without food I need, right? So got to make those decisions. So I hope that was helpful. We'll see you guys next time, next week, same place, right here on our YouTube channel. And we are under 100 followers left on our Instagram to get us back to live streaming on our Project Fresh coaching page on Instagram. So if you do not follow us there and you follow us here on YouTube, please go ahead and find us on Project Fresh. We're at about 98 left to get ourselves to being able to live stream at 1,000 followers again. So we hope to see you guys on the next one, and we hope you have a